Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I'm of course your host Aaron, and tonight we are going to go over Monday Night Raw, September 9th, 2024. So let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. Monday Night Raw took place in Alberta, Canada, and of course you knew it was going to be full of Canadian superstars, such as your boy Sami Zayn. At one point he did come out, and you had a special guest appearance by Bret Hart, and another special sneak peek at another superstar who is returning after several months on the shelf. It's a veteran, so I think you can know. Monday Night Raw is, of course, 3 hours. I'm going to try to cover this in 8. I don't know if there's a lot of matches I may have forgotten right on this paper, but what I have here is what we're going to go over. The first hour was commercial-free, and it started with the 8-man tag team match, a street fight between American Made versus the Wyatt Six. This match, I gotta be honest with you, I really didn't give a shit about. I don't like the Wyatt Six. Chad Gable and American Made, they're very interesting. They beat the shit out of the Wyatts at the beginning, they attacked them, used a bunch of weapons, knocked them all out, and of course, in the end, the Wyatt Six hulked up, destroyed everybody. I cannot stand, what the hell is her name? Nikki Cross? She did a scary face, and then what is her name? Ivy Niles, oh! Ivy Niles is a monster. She could destroy Nikki Cross. Chad Gable saw Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy sitting in his chair. He's like, ah! And Chad Gable was scared. He got chokeslammed by, what's his name? Roman? Not Roman. Rowan? He got the face slam into the thing. He got his sister Abigail by the 5th member who's in this match. It's supposed to be 4-on-4. Bo Dallas, 1, 2, 3. The Wyatt Six won. After that, what's his name? Joe Tesoro announced that on October 7th, Raw will be going back to their 2-hour format from 8 to 10. Congratulations. And then after that, Finn Balor came out, talked about how Damian Priest is a piece of shit, called him out, and then Damian Priest got jumped, then Rhea Ripley came out, Liv Morgan beat the shit out of her with the crotch, and then they got the crotch and beat the shit out of Damian Priest, and then Jey Uso decided to come out and save the day. That was the stupidest thing ever. Getting beat the shit out for 5 minutes, and then Jey Uso comes out and everybody scatters. Then we had the WWE Women's Tag Team title match between the unholy shitty-ass Union, Alba Fire and Dawn, versus Jade Gargano and Bianca Belair. In a nutshell, I'm just going to tell you, Jade and Bianca Belair won. That's it. Let's just skip to the next one. Out came Bret Hart. Bret Hart came out. He only had a few lines. Bray Wyatt and what's the other guy? Joe Tesoro were in the ring. Out came Gunther, and he said that Bret Hart was his second favorite wrestler to Bill Goldberg. If you don't get the reference, well, you're an idiot. You don't know wrestling at all. But it was actually really funny. Out came Sami Zayn, who came out and said, listen, brah, you need to give me a title shot. And Gunther's like, nah, I ain't giving you shit. And then came out of the ring, gave an FU. He didn't do any of that. Sami Zayn came out, fought Gunther a little bit, and that was the end of that. That title match is coming probably at Survivor Series because it's taking place in Calgary. And you might think that Sami Zayn's going to win, but he's not going to win. Dirty Dom was up next against Dragon Lee, and this match was meh. Dominic pulled off the victory after Liv Morgan knocked Dragon Lee in the head, and then Dominic landed a splash. 1, 2, 3. Dominic pulled off a victory. And I believe this is his first single win in a bunch of months. So congratulations, Dom. I know a bunch of people hate you, but I think your character is pretty sweet. And I guess I need to cover some of these backstage segments that happened on Raw. It was a lot of Braun Breaker walking up to, Braun Strowman and Jey Uso. Now, I did Jey Uso last week. So Braun Strowman, Ilya Dragunov, and that other dude who used to be Butch, and now Pete Dunne, look at that, refreshed in my head, telling them that you need to back out of this match because if you face me, I'm going to murder the shit out of you. And another thing, when did they start calling him the badass Braun Breaker? Is that new? Because that's all that Joe Tesoro guy kept saying the whole night. Annoying as shit. The next was a match. It was a 6-women match, 3-on-3, and it was between Pure Fusion Collective, Garb, Sonya Deville, Blazer, and Stark, versus Selena Vega, Laura Valkyrie, and Natalya, who was the returning veteran I mentioned earlier. She came out and, classic women's match, a back and forth, really slow, not really entertaining at all. Of course, Natalya got the hot tag in, beat the shit out of everyone. A little slow, coming back maybe a little. The rickets were click, 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 and then the wheels need to start turning maybe at your next match, Natalia, because that was awful. And it ended when everyone got Pure Fusion in a submission, and they all tapped out, except Stark. No, Stark tapped out to Natalia. Seville tapped out, but Blazer did not tap out to, I guess, Laura Valkyrie's move, whatever she was doing. I think she had like a half Boston Crab and shit. But yeah, that match was awful. I know I didn't give the up and downs. I'll do that at the end. Drew McIntyre. God damn, this dude came out to save the day at the 10 o'clock hour. He talked about destroying a CM Punk's bracelet and that, you know, this is probably over. I beat the shit out of him. He ain't coming back. But there's one thing I need to address, and he directed his vision and anger towards Wade Barrett. And I thought Wade Barrett was going to get hit or some shit like that. And I like Wade. I like Wade Barrett. And he's like, you know, you were on board with me this whole time, but when I was going to end CM Punk, you were like, nah, dog. So what's going on? Are you turning on me? What the hell's going on, bro? And Adam Pearce came out and was like, you come in the ring right now, Drew McIntyre. We need to talk. And then he told him he talked to CM Punk, and Punk is not finished with this feud, and it is going to end at Bad Blood in a Hell in a Cell. So it is CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Bad Blood, Hell in the Cell in October. Fantastic. I think that's happening on the 6th, 5th. So maybe the next Raw coming up after that will be the 2-hour, and that would, it would fall into place. Or maybe it's the following week. I don't know. Then we had Rey Mysterio versus one half of the tag team champions, Finn Balor. This match ended in a DQ when, what's his face? Finn Balor got Rey Mysterio in a submission move on the ropes. The ref counted the 4, counted the 5, DQ because you need to break the ropes after a 5 count. Finn Balor didn't stop. Rey Mysterio apparently just came back from a leg injury, and he feels great. Now he probably feels a little shitty. And then once they were looking at, you know, Rey Mysterio, making sure he was okay, Finn Balor went back around and hit him again. It was like, that's gonna happen to you, Damian Priest. I'm going to get you. And that was the end of that. And then we are now at the main event. Jey Uso versus Dragunov versus Pete Dunne versus Braun Strowman. This match was crazy. You know how Fatal 4-Ways go. Everyone had a chance of getting control and Uber killing everybody. Braun Strowman was going to throw Pete Dunne through a table, but Big Bronson Reed jumped out of nowhere and splashed Strowman through the table. He was knocked out of the match, which left Pete Dunne, Jey Uso, and Dragunov still in the match. Jey Uso hit a spear, got a 1-2. Actually didn't get an account at all because Pete Dunne came in, threw him out. Pete Dunne got the 1-2. Then Pete Dunne was going to beat up Dragunov. Dragunov turned it around. Dragunov like did that punch move where he runs on the ground, punches you. The, I don't know, M5 or N4, I don't know. He got the 2 count. Then Jey Uso came in. He did a crescent kick into his face and then Dragunov's face. He went to the top rope. Uso splash. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title. Braun came in and had to stare down with Jey, and that is how we ended Raw. So I know I think of ups and downs, but overall, I'm just going to give you the whole Raw synopsis and a whole, if that up and that down. I'm going to give Raw in general a down. I wasn't entertained. Something just felt off, and it just didn't feel good. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time we talk about more stuff, more things, and hey, more of me. See you later. Bye.